everyone, welcome to Pure Intention Tarot. We are back with another pick a card, yes or no reading. If you're not familiar with how these readings work, go ahead and think up a question that you're wondering a yes or no answer to. We are going to get the answer to that question and also the energy surrounding the situation or just surrounding your life right now. So we have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. You can go ahead and go to the timestamp listed below of your pile. And if you have not subscribed already, please make sure that you do subscribe. And we are going to go ahead and jump to pile number 1. All right, so pile number 1, this is the answer to your yes or no question. We are going to just jump right in, get to the answer. And then when we are done, we're going to go ahead and read the cards and see what messages the Spirit has for you. Okay, so immediately this is a yes. And I'm getting that this is a very kind of forward moving situation. You guys are either leaving a situation that is no longer serving you, or this is Spirit saying, hey, you need to either leave a situation or you need to push forward, you need to move forward with this decision that you're trying to make, and kind of go for it. I'm getting that this is a little bit slower moving energy for those of you who are looking for a particular time frame. But I don't think that is something that is like super set in stone. I'm getting spirits telling me kind of this will kind of go as quick as you make it go. So we do have the Moon card here, where I'm feeling like the Moon and the Temperance card really, that's kind of calling for you to really kind of take a look at some balance within your life, within the situation, and start leaving things that are no longer serving you, that are no longer kind of, I guess, serving your purpose or your higher good. Spirit, what other messages do we have? Like, even though we have this, this sword card here, kind of moving forward, it's kind of based in a lot of emotion. So there's something in the situation or in your guys' life right now that I'm getting that there's something here, either a way of thinking or a way of feeling that has kind of been holding you back. And their Spirit's telling me, tell them that they need to kind of go within themselves and get some balance in their life, and really kind of take a look within to kind of move forward, because I'm getting some almost like some really deep-seated rooted beliefs here. And for those of you who this situation is, kind of more emotional in nature, whether that's, relationship, it's a really like heavy situation for you. It's not like, should I go to Taco Bell or should I not? But it's like a really, really big deal for you. I'm getting like there's some ways in your thinking that have been rooted from childhood that Spirit is telling me that needs to be kind of looked at in order to kind of get either resolved with the situation to push this energy forward, or to turn this energy into something that you want it to be. Because for some of you, you were not looking for this, yes, right? So deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. So this is kind of what I was saying in that same energy that you guys need to kind of go within, maybe get a little more balanced. Kind of just really, really take care of yourselves right now. For those of you who this is a love situation or questions about a romantic interest, let's get some cards about that. Spirit, what information does pile number 1 need to know? If this is regarding, let's just say any type of relationship here. Spirit, what messages does pile number 1 need to know? Okay. So we have the Phoenix, we have Girl with a Snake, and we have the Snake. Okay, so let's put those two aside. Let's take a look at this Phoenix here. So new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. So this is kind of what I was saying earlier in terms of like there's some sort of deep-seated beliefs that you guys either have surrounding relationships or the way that you make decisions that needs to just kind of be looked at. And this is going to be, you know, a new phase for you guys, a new beginning. For some of you, you're going to be getting back together with the romantic, romantic partner, a platonic friendship, maybe a business friendship. Let's take a look at this girl with the snake and the snake. Okay. So immediately before I even look at the cards and kind of read what they say at the bottom, I'm getting a very like shedding your past, shedding your beliefs, getting rid of that belief system. Okay. So this girl with the snake, it says empath, and narcissist paradigm, being charmed or used, enable boundaries. Okay, so some of you, I think, are a little maybe too trusting with people. Okay, and this is saying that you need to get rid of that that type of, I don't want to say naivety because I don't want to sound like insensitive, but that's the word that's coming up, is you can't trust everybody. And for some of you, you need to get rid of these people or be more mindful of these people who are just kind of using you. I think that a lot of you have a lot of really good pure energy about you, and people are taking that for granted. So we have the snake, we have competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. So for some of you, this might be there's a third party involved if this has to do with the love situation. For those of you who this is not, about anything romantic, there is somebody in your circle or somebody close to you that you cannot trust. And I think that there's this, this belief, deep-seated belief that you've had in childhood about either maybe trusting people or trusting situations, to where spirit is saying, hey, kind of, wake up for a second. Not everybody is your best friend. Not everybody's looking out for what's best for you. Having said that, let's go ahead. Let's get some angel messages for you guys. So we have joy and contentment. Spirit, what other messages do we have for those who chose pile number 1 here? Spirit, what other messages do we have? Okay, so we have intuition and downloads. Okay. So, okay, first thing that Spirit is telling me is that you guys have a strong intuition, but I think that people can sometimes easily either sway the way that you're thinking, or sway your opinion on something. And I think that it's really important, no matter what decision that you make in life, it's not a bad thing to get, other people's opinions or other people involved. But make sure that you're following your own intuition first and foremost. Okay. Follow your own intuition. And then we have joy and contentment. Okay. So don't forget either that, being okay with where, things are in life or what's going on in your current day to day. Don't be afraid, and don't forget to kind of have that, okay, I'm living, I'm breathing, I have a roof over my head, or I have clean water to drink, or there's so many things to like be thankful for. And there's this, I think sometimes as human beings, we get really caught in our ego sometimes, and we just want more and more and more and more. And then it's like, okay, if you look, 10 years ago, to where you are now, you probably have made some strides. And if you kind of play this game of, well, I want this and I want this and I want this. Okay, but what if you didn't have the car you had right now, the house that you had, the clothes on your back, this, and this? And that example is just kind of used to put things into perspective. Okay. So I don't know exactly who that needed to reach or why that particular message came out. But Spirit was telling me to go ahead and kind of let you guys know that. I don't think I have anything else. If you guys like this reading, please subscribe, like, comment. If you guys are interested in a personal reading, you know, which is obviously more detailed and tailored just to your specific energy, go ahead and email me. My email is listed below. I do not have set fees. I do my readings on a donation basis only so that I can keep things affordable for everybody. And again, my email is listed in the description box below. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and start with pile number 2's reading here. All right, if you chose pile number 2, this is your reading. We're going to jump right in and see what the answer to your question is. So go ahead and think of your yes or no question, and we're going to find out right away what is going on here. Okay, so this is a no. Okay. This is a no, and let's kind of look at the energy around your no. And this is, you know, again, whether you wanted this to be a no or you did not want this to be a no. So this is I'm getting kind of a, something is kind of holding you guys back in terms of this situation. And Spirit is almost telling me, hey, don't be, I don't want to say stingy, but that's the word that's coming about. Don't be stingy with time, money, resources, with this, with that. Don't worry about losing those things right now, because now is the time to kind of march onward. And this is interesting because this is like this can either be very slow moving or this can be very quick moving. And I think that if there's this, you know, this kind of mindset of either lack or I can't do this or this isn't right or this is what's going to happen, kind of this worrisome, I think that the situation is going to unfold a lot slower and more painfully, and you know, just not be as enjoyable as it could if there was like, okay, let me either change my way of approaching the situation, thinking about the situation, or let me just ditch this situation and deal with something altogether. I don't know why that just came out. The Spirit was like, some of these people need to hear just to ditch this situation and keep it moving. I'm going to pull some, I can't talk today, some oracle messages from your guys' spirit guide. Spirit, can we get some messages for those who chose pile number 2 regarding their situation or the no answer that they got? Spirit, what messages do we need for those who chose pile number 2? Okay. So we got angelic protection, okay. And we also got trust the universe. So I think that, you know, kind of the biggest message I'm getting is that, you know, your spirit guides are telling you like, hey, we're here for you. You have to trust that everything is happening the way that it should. And again, this is whether this was, you wanted this yes or no or not. Let's go ahead. Okay. Let's try something real quick. So Spirit, we're kind of getting a, you know, a mixed energy, mixed message about this. You know, it's kind of a slow moving energy, but then it's a quick moving energy. Let's get some clarity around that. Spirit. Oops. Okay, like half of my deck just jumped out. Okay. So Spirit, can we get some clarity around this kind of slower moving energy and this fast energy? Okay. Nothing else is wanting to come out, so we're going to go ahead and take these. Okay, so we have Death. We have the 8 of Swords. Okay, and then we have the 5 of Swords. Okay, so again, kind of like I was saying before, this is just kind of Spirit. Just saying this Death card doesn't actually mean, you know, real physical death. Excuse me. For those of you who aren't as familiar with tarot, this is calling for a transition in life. So this is a transition either, from one situation to another. This could be, transition your way of thinking. And the reason that I think that this is a situation that, the thought process may need to be a little bit differently is just because of all the, the swords that came out after this. So I am getting kind of a sense where Spirit's like, you guys have either been feeling betrayed or you guys may have betrayed somebody yourselves. And there's some sort of change that needs to happen here. Either there's like a stop forgiving this person, or stop forgiving this situation, and kind of keep moving on and get out of this situation. Or it's like, hey, you have to acknowledge that there was some sort of betrayal that you did here. And this can even be with yourself. Like you can very easily betray yourself by like, hey, I said that I don't believe in this, but I'm doing it anyways. And I think that this kind of goes back to, this transition in thinking and how you're doing things and getting out of kind of this energy, this more kind of negative, slow-paced energy, so that you guys can kind of move forward, and keep things moving with the situation. So Spirit, let's see, what other messages do we have for those who chose pile number 2? Spirit, what messages do we have for those who chose pile number 2? We have the Magician and the Mirror. So again, we're getting hey, you guys are the creators. You're in control. You're the creator of your life. You're going to, again, make this situation kind of go whichever way. And that's really heavily kind of up to you guys. The situation can either be a slow moving situation or it can kind of go a little bit quicker here. And then we have Rest and Rejuvenation. Okay, so don't beat yourself up either. Don't beat yourself up. Take it easy on yourself. Guys, I'm never going to sugarcoat any messages that I get. Yeah, there are some readers that will sugarcoat stuff. And I just won't do that. If I get something that, has a real negative feel, I'll tell you that. Or if it has a really positive feel, positive message, I'll tell you guys that too. Spirit, what other energy do we have surrounding this situation? Anything that can pop out so that pile number 2 knows that this is for them. Okay, so we've got quite a few that came out. So we have Happiness, we have Flow, Illumination, okay, Reflection, Isolation, and Anger. Okay, so I think this too, I'm getting like a really big mix. Like none of these colors are the same. It's kind of a bunch of different emotions going on here. But the biggest vibe, biggest message that I was getting while pulling these cards out, was again kind of some self-reflection that needs to happen. And it might not be fun. It might not be fun, but this is, kind of the ebb and flow of life, and just kind of how the world turns. I know that sounds kind of cheesy, but yeah, I think that you guys will know what I'm talking about with the situation, and there might be some anger involved if you guys are like, yeah, I was wondering about this situation, or oh man, yeah, like I do need to look at my own involvement with the situation. Try not to beat yourself up over it. Okay, we're all human. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna leave this reading here. I don't have much else that's coming out. If you guys like this, please subscribe. Please like, comment. If you guys are interested in a personal reading, which obviously will be much more just tailored to your own energy, you can go ahead and message me. My email is listed below. I do readings on a donation basis only. That way I can keep things affordable for everybody. Otherwise, we are going to go ahead and move towards pile number 3's reading. Okay, so if you chose pile number 3, this is the answer to your yes or no question, and then we are going to get into some messages behind your answer. So I got a no. So this is a no situation, and there's some really, like, I don't want to say the word immature, but that might fit. Some really kind of immature, or like this might be a new thing for you guys, but there's some there's some situation here that I'm getting this energy pretty heavily. If you were also kind of resonating with pile number 2, you might want to go back and watch that one as well, because this is kind of resonating a lot with that one too. But I think that there is, gosh, I almost hate to say this, there's like some immaturity around this situation, or how it's being handled, or how it's being thought of. But it's not like you don't know what you're doing, or you're not going to figure things out type of way. It's I'm getting a more like your feelings are getting a little bit too caught up in this yes or no. And that there needs to be some sort of kind of forward thinking, some sort of like, gosh guys, I don't know why the word immature just keeps coming to mind. Maybe you guys are dealing with an immature person, or maybe the situation just is not, something that you're used to, in your adult life. You guys are being like faced with a situation here, that like you guys, I'm getting like you really need some clarity on this situation. And the biggest thing that Spirit is telling me is that, hey, you're kind of jumping into this situation, whatever it is, and you're doing it in kind of an immature way, in that you're maybe very like quick thinking. Almost, I'm getting like the image that keeps coming to mind is like young love. Like, when you're just young and it's your first love, and you think that nothing is ever going to happen. And obviously that's not the case, because I know people who they're still with their high school sweetheart. So that's not the case for everybody, but you guys get the gist of what I'm saying here. So yeah, I think this just kind of clarifies what I was just saying. So we have the Queen of Cups, we have the Moon, we have the Nine of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and then the Three of Swords. Oof. Yeah, I'm getting somebody who is a little bit older in this situation, and this could be you, or this could be somebody involving the situation, but there's a really immature kind of way that something is being handled. Gosh, and you guys, this could be your energy too, or I could be picking up on somebody else that's involved in this situation. Spirit, what message do we have for those who chose pile number 3? Like, what do they need to hear about this situation? What messages from Spirit guides do we have? Listen deeply. Okay. So yeah, this kind of young love type of situation. This could either literally be you guys are in a situation where it's like a young love type of feeling, or it could be, a first love type of situation. Or this could just be, something regarding just a situation that you're not as familiar with. But there's a really imbalance of energy here. You guys might even be dealing with somebody who's like, they're really mature on one end, but then they might not handle things very maturely in other aspects. I'm getting that you guys have some frustration. Like, I'm seeing a lot of frustration with you guys. And I don't necessarily get that this frustration has to come with anything like on your own. I'm getting this frustration has to do with like the circumstances of this situation or somebody directly involved with this situation. So we have not enough, frustrated in relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, jealousy. So this might kind of be that, you know, that kind of immature energy that I was picking up on. That's like, you know, okay, let's understand this, but let's be mindful of it as well, because that energy isn't serving anybody. You know, and if you're in a situation where you're not, you're not feeling confident, or there is some jealousy involved, maybe, you know, let's take a look at things that we can do to either alleviate that or be like, hey, why do I even feel like this? Like, what's the deeper meaning, the deeper message here? And then we have ascending, we have transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. So this situation overall, in general, romantic or not, Spirit is telling me this is going to be a karmic type of situation. You're going to learn something from this, and karmic doesn't necessarily mean bad. Karmic is more of like a, you know, like a reflection. You kind of reap what you sow. There's going to be something that you guys learn from this situation. And again, that's not a bad thing. I mean, lessons can be beautiful or they can be painful, you know, and that just is what it is. Spirit, what other messages do we have for those who chose pile number 3? Yeah, carrying connections. So I think this is pretty heavily weighted towards those of you who were thinking about relationship types of things. So we have carrying connections, thinking man, blossoming abundance, deceit, and here comes this envy again. Okay, so yeah. There's a lot of frustration surrounding this situation. I'm getting, again, relationship or not. There's something that you guys, I think, is making you feel envious, or someone in this situation is envious of you. Either way, I think that I'm getting like a really, like, I feel like the mature energy, if it's a split between, you know, you and something or somebody else, I'm getting that the mature energy is more on kind of your end. But there may even be some, like, if you don't have much experience, you know, in business, there may be, you know, some things that are happening behind your back that you're not aware of. And it's not because, you know, you're not, you know, intelligent, or, you know, not because you're not capable of seeing those things, but it's kind of like you don't know what you don't know type of situation. Okay. Yeah, let's take a look and see, Spirit, what other messages do we have for those who chose pile number 3? Spirit, what other messages do we have for those who chose pile number 3? Can we get one more message? And for those of you who aren't as familiar with tarot, so there's like a misconception, oh my gosh, there's a misconception, you know, that tarot is going to read the future and predict things and da-da-da. It does not. Tarot is meant to read, you know, current energies, you know, that can lead up to future, you know, circumstances. And that's kind of the purpose behind doing tarot, is so, hey, I want to stay in this energy and keep things moving this way, or wait a minute, there's something about this energy here that I need to change. So we have cut the cords, okay, romance and connection, and then inner child healing. So kind of like I was saying before, I do think that this is a karmic situation, whether it's relationship or not. But there's something here that's not serving you. Okay, there's some way in your thinking, and I'm getting either it's some immature way of thinking on your own part, or there's a situation where somebody here is the immature party and you need to cut the cord, either with yourself or with this person. Okay, and you know, this could be, you know, it could be a romantic connection. It could be something that needs to happen within yourself so that this romantic, connection can flourish. This friendship, this business relationship, this anything can kind of flourish. Okay. And there is a lot of, kind of this karmic situation, this inner child healing that's going to happen. Yeah. There's just a very immature and mature energy that I'm picking up on. And I think you guys are kind of done with this immature energy, and this is kind of your sign. Let's kind of cut the cord on that. And again, that's whether it's with yourself, business partner, friendship, romantic relationship, whatever the case may be, maybe a way of handling things, etc. I'm going to go ahead and end the reading here. If you guys like this, please do subscribe. I appreciate your subscriptions. Go ahead and like and comment on this video. If you guys are interested in a personal reading, which will be, tailored just to your energy and your situation, go ahead and send me an email. I do personal readings on a donation basis only. I don't have a set fee. That way I can keep things affordable for everybody. Otherwise, it has been great having you. If you're interested or resonated with other piles, you can go watch that. Otherwise, I have a ton of other timeless content. And it has been great sitting with you guys. Have a great day or a great evening, and we will see you again. Bye-bye.